Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. Good to have you with us on the show. We're here, of course, live every weekday morning for most mornings when HCC is in session, and this day is no exception. Happy Wednesday to everybody out there. We've got a couple of great guests coming up for you. Later in the show, Dr. Amy Tan from our English and Communications Department, the dean of those departments. She'll be joining us on the show. So stick around for that. We've got a great lineup for you. We're going to take you out to Coleman College in just a few moments. But first up, I want to introduce Neeko Phelps, who is the first place winner in the AACC Innovation Challenge. Neeko, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Now, we're looking forward to hearing about this honor, and we look forward to hearing all about you as well. So we'll be joining you in about 10 minutes, so stick around. Okay, Coleman College, lots going on out at Coleman, and we've got the president of Coleman College joining us right now, Dr. Phillip Nicotera. Welcome back to the show, Dr. Nicotera. You guys got a lot of exciting things going on out there.
We do, Todd. Thanks for having me. We always got a lot going on at Coleman. First, let me congratulate Neeko. That's a great accomplishment.
It is a great accomplishment.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to hearing all about that. First up, we've been talking about several of your programs over the summer, and I know they start in cohorts, many of them, because enrollment's a little bit different at Coleman. Tell us about what we're going to talk about today, the pharmacy technician program. Let's start with the definition of that.
Okay, so pharmacy technician. So I think the best way to explain it is something that we see every time we walk into the pharmacy. So if we get a prescription filled and we go into CVS or Walgreens, you go up to the counter or you go to the drive-in window, and who do you see? You see someone that's dressed in scrubs. That's your pharmacy technician. They assist the pharmacist in filling your prescription. Now, there are two different roles in which a pharmacy technician plays in healthcare. One is what I just described, your retail pharmacy, which is CVS, Walgreens, and the like. And then there is your hospital pharmacy. So if you're in the hospital, all of the medications that you receive in the hospital, whether they're in pill form or injection or IVs, okay, they are made. There is a pharmacy in the hospital, generally in one of the lower floors in the hospital, and they employ pharmacy techs to help the pharmacist fulfill all of the medications that are needed for the patients in the hospital.
Are there different levels of certification for a pharmacy tech?
No, Todd, there's one certification. It takes about a year to complete that. So you go through our program, you do your clinical rotation, both in a hospital and in a retail pharmacy. This way you have the opportunity to see what type of pharmacy position you might like. And then you can sit for your certification exam and become certified.
What are the skill sets that are necessary to be successful in this field?
Well, so I think probably the most important skill set is attention to detail. So you are assisting the pharmacist in fulfilling prescriptions of all types. And so it's very important that you have a great attention to detail in what you are putting in the bottles or in the packets in the hospital. So that's an extremely important skill set. The second one, especially in retail pharmacy, is going to be customer service. You're going to deal with patients, customers and patients that come in every day, trying to fill the prescription. Sometimes they don't understand, what the prescription is for and how to take it. So good customer service, good communication skills are important. So the attention to detail, good customer service, and communication.
Well, that attention to detail has got to be the most important thing, as you mentioned at the top, because you're dealing with people's lives here. One mix-up in dosage or type of pills handed to the wrong patient, it could be deadly for patients, correct?
Absolutely, Todd. We have, hospitals more so than probably pharmacies because they're not able to get the feedback data. But one of the things that's looked at on a monthly basis are medication errors. And so hospitals are continuously attempting to reduce medication errors with their patients, because you're right, there could be devastating effects, or some of the side effects can be debilitating. So you're absolutely right.
What is required to enter this program? Do the students need to have certain prerequisites, or what's the curriculum needs before you get into it?
Yeah, the nice thing about the program is you just need to be college ready. And so it's an easy entry. In fact, we actually do a dual credit program with Jane Long High School that we've been doing now going on, I think, about 12 years. So we have high school students that are in their junior and senior years in our pharmacy tech program. So it's if you want to begin to enter into the healthcare field, this is an easy way to begin the process of getting into the healthcare arena.
You mentioned something about clinical rotations for the students. Are they able to work and get paid while they're still attending HCC? Is that something that's possible?
Okay, that's a great question, and almost a difficult one to answer. The answer generally is no. However, we are starting some apprenticeships, and when we do apprenticeships, that the possibility of getting paid is there. We don't have any current apprenticeships in pharmacy tech. We're looking at one or two right now. So that's possible. The answer generally is you shouldn't expect to get paid while you're doing a clinical rotation.
Once they do graduate, though, from the program, what is the job possibilities? What's the market look like, and what can they possibly earn?
So the job market is I'm going to say wide open. If when you graduate, and some students actually get a job before they graduate, but there are literally hundreds of pharmacy technician positions open, waiting to be filled in the greater Houston market. So job opportunities are abundant. It varies on the starting salary, probably around $17 an hour. It depends on the organization that you work with and any experience you have. Some institutions, if they're in great need for pharmacy technicians, they might put on a little sign-on bonus sometimes. So you might see that happening.
Are you seeing more and more of that with these it seems like when the job market has a big need, these sign-on bonuses are happening all over. Are you seeing more and more of that coming from the medical industry's needs?
Yes. Yeah. So as we came out of COVID, and we saw many healthcare workers leave the profession, and healthcare institutions struggling for employees. And there's a lot of competition. So if we look at the greater Houston area with the Texas Medical Center and all of the surrounding healthcare facilities, the competition for qualified employees is great. And so, yes, so sign-on bonuses started to take some prominence in the hiring market. I've also seen that some of the healthcare providers have also even changed their salaries a little bit. They've increased some of their starting salaries that they had not done in the past.
How popular is this program, Dr. Nicotera? Is it one of the more popular ones that you offer? Do you have a lot of demand for this?
Yeah, it's always been a popular program, Todd. We always get about 30 to 35 students into the program twice a year. So it is a popular program just because it's very easy to find a job. It's a very quick program. You can get in and you can get out and get a job right away.
I found it amazing when you were talking about a dual credit program. Do you have a lot of young people that are high school students and I imagine when they graduate, do they go directly to work in the market?
Yeah, they do. They do. And so, like I said, we've had this program dual credit for about 12 years now. And so once they finish their program, and it's generally when they finish high school, they're right out into the job market. So many of them, if they want to go to work right out of high school, when they finish our program, because they finish it right around the same time. So yes, they go out into the market and get jobs.
That's amazing. I can't
Yeah,
think when I
yeah,
went to high school, getting out, I went directly to work, but it wasn't through a dual
right.
credit program, and it's
Yeah,
amazing. Kids these days are getting a chance to do that.
that's
Dr.
right.
Phillip Nicotera, he is the president of Coleman College. Good hearing about all the programs you
Yep,
guys have going out there, and
yep,
good luck and much success going into the fall.
yep. Thanks, Todd. Appreciate it, and appreciate being on here. Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Bye.
All right, we've got a special guest joining us now, my co-host, Dr. Amy Tan, who looks like she had to go mobile this morning for some internet problems. Amy, are you there? Let's see if you unmute your mic. Oh, we're trying to get her on. I can't hear you, Amy. If you can unmute your mic, it looks like your mic's still muted.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I can hear you. Okay, now we can't see you. There we go.
I'm telling you, I can manage this on my computer, but I've never had to manage it on my phone.
I know it's challenging. Well, we appreciate you joining us this morning. I know you were having some challenges signing in, but thanks for being here. Your guest is on deck. If you're ready, Neeko Phelps is joining us right now as well.
I am here, but I don't have my script, so I might need some support.
No problem. No problem. Neeko, I'll ask the first question. You first place winner in the AACC Innovation Challenge. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Tell us about what this challenge is all about and explain it to us.
Right. Sorry. So this challenge focuses on community college students and fostering innovation both within STEM and non-STEM communities. And essentially what it is you create teams of anywhere from like 3 to 5 people. On average, I think it was about 4. And you create an idea. You then proceed to make a video for this idea and you submit it. The top 12 teams nationwide are flown out to DC for a week, and we attend a boot camp where we learn a lot about networking, we learn about innovation, and we get to do a poster presentation on Capitol Hill, as well as giving a 5-minute presentation kind of pitch.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, our team actually won first place, and our design was something called ROA, or Rescue Operation Assistant, which was focused towards firefighters, and we wanted to make their life safer and give them updated technology.
That's amazing. Were you going to be building a device or a pitch for a device? What was it exactly?
Yeah, so we actually did a pitch for a device, which includes a combination of sensors. We met with industry people actually out of HCC in Stafford, who helped us, and we looked at different materials. Essentially what it is I believe it's 56% of on-duty firefighter deaths are due to fire-related incidents. That is a huge amount of deaths, and we wanted to decrease that amount. And what it is right now, firemen are equipped with a tool called a tick, but only officers have it. So they have to set down their equipment, hold up the camera, and then shout to their crew what they're hearing. And we looked at this and we have a lot of different technologies such as ultrasonic, LiDAR, and we're able to incorporate that on high school robotics teams. So we should be able to incorporate that into firefighters' gear. And our device is essentially a monocle that produces an overlay that allows firefighters to see through the smoke. So without it, in heavy fires, they have 0% visibility.
Right. Now, tell us, innovation often requires teamwork and collaboration. Describe the team dynamics during your development of your innovation.
Yeah, so I actually just finished my associate's in mechanical engineering. So I was looking a lot at the different sensors that we could use, and would we be able to use a wiring component? What would we need? A little bit on the electronic side. My other teammate, Caitlin, she's working in computer engineering right now. She's finishing her associates next year. And she was looking at, well, what code can we use? What software can we use that can be able to support the program that we create? And the third member on our team, Naya Lovick, just finished her associates in chemistry. And so she was looking a lot at the different materials necessary to code it and make it able to withstand the high temperatures.
Did you have a mentor that you worked with?
We did. So we worked with Robbie. I don't remember which campus he's based out of. But
yeah, we all know Robbie. Yeah, he's a great guy. Yep.
Really helpful and really challenged us to think about how we could incorporate current technology and keep the cost low.
What do you think sets your innovation apart from the others?
So most of the other teams focused on things that would affect the everyday person. Our device focused on first responders, people that are putting their lives on the line for each and every one of us every single day. There was one other team that also focused on first responders. However, their solution involved retrofitting old vehicles, which, while nice, it's not something that can be done at every single station, and it's not something that would create gear that is available for every firefighter.
Let me ask you this. I mean, this is an innovative idea, a great idea. Do you see a possibility in the future of getting the funding to launch this? I mean, is that something you're exploring?
Yes, so we are exploring it right now. Right now, we're looking into patenting our idea with the help of Robbie, and then we want to be able to create it. Part of the winning was we each won $3,000, and so we're going to put a little bit of that money back into the project and hopefully be able to at least create a functional prototype that then we can go and look for investors.
That's what I was going to ask about doing a prototype for this. How far away, you've got some little bit of funding now. How far away do you see that happening?
We're unsure at the moment. So I think we're probably focusing on the patent design in the next couple of months. So probably within a year, we'd like to have a working prototype.
Do you think you'd be using 3D printing for making creating this device initially on your own?
I think for prototyping, definitely, because it's a way to create a box and different restraints to hold different equipment that, yes, it can't withstand that high temperature, but we can test that they work together, it's compatible, and that the code and everything else works before we get into these specific materials, which are more expensive.
What was it like going to Capitol Hill? And what was that experience? Had you been there before? Was it the first
I had
time?
never been to DC, so this was my first time in DC. We were on Capitol Hill, we were in the legislative building, and we had the different heads from like the National Science Foundation came and talked to us. A couple senators came and talked with us. It was absolutely amazing to have our poster board there and be able to present and make those connections that otherwise I would never have met the director of the National Science Foundation.
It's an incredible experience. I know, Amy, when you see young students like this, I mean, it's got to be very inspirational, but and rewarding as an educator yourself to see the students going out and accomplishing these things.
It absolutely is. I was just sitting here listening to Neeko, and Neeko, I'm just so impressed. And I just, I think back to my own years in high school, and I know that there were other people who were doing amazing things, but I was more interested in playing soccer, and it's just really wonderful to see all that you've accomplished.
Thank you.
Any tips you'd give any possible entrepreneurs out there or people who are looking to be creators? What tips would you give them from what you've learned with this boot camp and your success with winning this award?
Public speaking. It's especially for those of us that are within STEM, it's not something we focus in on our classes, and it's not something that a lot of us have a natural gift or a natural talent for. And it's something that you should focus on because you can have a great idea. You can have all of the technology behind it, but if you don't know how to present your idea to different people, you're not going to go anywhere. And HCC offers a lot of help, actually. So I was in the A-Leaf Hayes campus. And on the A-Leaf Hayes campus, there's a separate building that has a green screen room that you can actually go ahead and record, and it's amazing. And there's tons of resources. So I would say use that while you're at HCC.
Absolutely. That's great advice. Neeko Phelps, first place winner, AAC Innovation Challenge. We appreciate you being here. Congrats on the award and continued success. Let us know when you get that prototype ready. We want to get you back on the show to show us.
Will do. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. All right. Got a few announcements. Amy, you don't have a script today, right? Oh, well, there you are.
I do. I got it. I'm in.
You got it. Okay. All right.
Took me a minute.
You want to take this first one? Fempreneurs, the female mindset followed by networking?
Sure. This sounds really exciting and feeds right into what Neeko is talking about. For some women, there's never been a better time to start a business. Still, even with reduced barriers, they might lack confidence to take risks. So this series addresses 5 dimensions to shift that mindset. And that's happening today from noon to 1:30. It's hybrid. it looks like you can come to the down to 3100 Main to the auditorium. And afterward, participants can stay to network, or you can join from 1:30 to 2:30, also at 3100 Main. So be sure to check our post after the show for all the registration info.
Okay, College and Community Fair. HCC's Northwest College will host a College and Community Fair next week. Check it out. It's going to be at the Katy campus, 5 to 8 p.m., Wednesday, July the 12th. Katy campus will, if you want to know more information on this, check HCC's event calendar for more information. And there's some smart manufacturing summer camps, Amy, and one of them is happening out in Stafford. I believe it starts next week.
That's right. We've been doing a lot of summer camps, and this is a wonderful way for students to come on campus and get to know HCC. And that is going to be from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. And that is next week, the 17th through the 21st at Stafford. And these are going to be high school students meeting various Texas manufacturing industries over a 5-day summer camp. Be sure to check the email address in our post after the show.
Okay, so subs and sandwiches are back. Remember that? Subs and sandwiches, they were doing it before the pandemic. They've been trying to launch it again, but HCC and MBDA are bringing their popular subs and sandwiches back. And this time it's hosted by Skanska, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., Wednesday, July the 19th. It's a virtual WebEx edition, but check our post after the show for this popular event. More of them to come in the future. Summer dance classes, real quickly, we'll talk about this. Summer dance classes are happening at the Spring Branch campus. If you like dancing, you want to get down to it, well, get out there. It's Tuesdays and Saturdays through August 8th and 12th. It's apparently they're going to be doing tap, jazz, Middle Eastern belly dancing, and more. Check it out. We'll have some information and the fee pricing in our post after the show. One last announcement. I know you know this one, Amy, but registration is open now. Summer session the second summer session's already underway, so you can't sign up for that. But students can sign up for fall classes, though.
That's right. And you want to take a look at that schedule and make sure you get the schedule that you want. And we offer classes online anytime, online on a schedule. We have our hybrid classes. We have our traditional in-person, face-to-face classes at 14 campus locations, and of course our hybrid lab studio. So be sure to go to hccs.edu/apply.
Okay, we are about to wrap this show up. Now, we weren't on the air yesterday because we were covering the board meeting. And I don't know if you had a chance to go there, but we got to congratulate Dr. Margaret Ford Fisher. She is going to be our interim chancellor starting September 1st.
Yes, we are all so excited for her, and we have so much faith in her leadership. So congratulations to Dr. Ford Fisher. What an exciting time.
It is exciting. So she will be starting September 1st. And so we'll be covering that as we move forward. But that's why we weren't on the air yesterday. We're going to be on the air, though, tomorrow. In fact, we've got Thursday Family Fun Day. We'll learn how to flamenco dance. I keep wanting to say flamingo. No, it's flamenco. Flamenco dance.
Flamenco.
Yeah, not flamingo. Whole different thing there. Although flamingos are fun as well. Fort Bend Libraries will be here. And we'll talk with some folks at the Industrial Electricity Program who are talking about smart building technology. All that and more tomorrow. I'll be back on Friday. Shardae's got Up to the Minute tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll see you then.